just that you kind of forget the existence of Rob Schneider.
You do?
This is awesome despite Rob Schneider.
Until he shows up, you kind of forget about it.
It's at least not Rob Schneider-centric.
Yeah, that always helps, but
is what makes this rank fairly high for what it is. Remember, I don't even barely use these. This counts as like a fart comedy. This is one of those dumb, intentionally dumb comedy types.
Ah, the intentionally dumb, yeah.
It's Surf Ninjas.
Yep.
Fused with Three Ninjas.
Yeah.
This is Surf Ninjas.
Yeah. So, there was a lot of ninjas back then.
Ernie Reyes. Oh, yeah.
So.
When is this from? 93, I believe?
Yeah, 93.
Ernie Reyes Jr.
Yep.
Leslie Nielsen and Tone Loc.
It's good, yeah.
And Rob Schneider.
Awesome, yeah. Always a joy to see Leslie Nielsen on the screen. For what that's worth.
What is your approximate weight? 180? 200.
This is your Surf Ninjas. And speaking of your Surf Ninjas, it's also my Surf Ninjas.
Yeah, everybody got a tape.
So,
they were passing them out out by the that shredded. What is that? The shaved Hawaiian ice stand.
Yeah, they were just doling them out. They were almost free, but like,
what do I know Ernie from? Why is he kind of beloved? For his super cool, quick martial arts stylings.
The only
flipping all around with his legs just a flying.
The only other time I heard the name Ernie Reyes was the Ninja Turtles movies.
Oh yes, he would have been one of the guys in the suits.
Yeah,
wouldn't he?
That's about the only.
I believe so. Yeah, I forgot all about that.
So
nice,
but yeah,
I remember him. I could have sworn that was in Kid from Last Dragon. Remember Last Dragon?
I don't think I've ever seen Last Dragon.
Oh yeah, we watched it. Anyway, I believe he's got a small part in that.
So,
and mostly Red Sonja.
Red Sonja.
Remember, he's that little prince guy that the Beast Raban guy.
Yep. I do remember that.
Traveling around with and has to like carry him and yeah.
Yeah. So.
Well, he does a lot of fighting.
Yeah, he does.
He'll fight with swords and kick you.
This is an action movie.
Ernie Reyes. Only now he's what, 17 or something?
Yeah, he's in his teens. You can obviously
in these.
You can tell.
And then you get both Ernies. You get his dad. Remember?
Yeah, you get his dad too.
That Ernie Sr. I don't remember much from movies except like Stuntman type.
Yeah,
I think.
I remember pushing the IMDb button and him having named credits in a grand total of like maybe 3 or 4 movies.
Stunt choreographer?
This being one of them. But yeah, so he's largely responsible for stunts, including this movie. He also did choreography for Surf Ninjas. So
and our 3 ninjas that
are not
Ernie.
Yeah.
And then who do you get? Rob?
You get Rob.
Does he count as one of the ninjas? I guess so.
Yeah, he counts as one of the ninjas.
Schneider.
And the kid. The video game playing kid.
Yes.
So
of course you get a kid. Does this count as kids' movie? I guess so. But it's not like...
Yeah. Like
children's. It's not like...
Yeah. It's not...
It's still a PG.
Yeah, it would probably be good for, like, maybe into preteens, like, maybe 7 to 12, 13 or something, but...
The Satanic Panic ladies would not want their kids to be able to.
Yeah. It says...
under a teen years.
Yeah, it says a kid's action bonanza on the front.
There's still freaking, like, guns, people getting punched.
Yep. A fair amount of violence in this movie, but it's, like, not gruesome in any way. It's just the, like, normal action violence.
Rob Schneider doesn't even fight. Who do you get that does? Who actually does do a little bit of fighting that's also one of the beloved pillars of this movie? If you don't like Ernie Reyes Jr. or Leslie Nielsen, you can do it for freaking Tone Loc.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he's got some,
Plays a detective that lends a hand.
So you want me to believe that this Colonel Cheese, or whoever he is, sent these Eastleigh Campbell ninjas to bump heads because he's not up at your old man?
Listen, all I know is that these sketchy-looking ninjas dropped our dad and went aggro on the food hut.
All right, guys, from the top. But this time, how about we bring in an interpreter?
yeah,
In all of this,
he's got fight chops.
Tone Loc.
Tone Loc is it, yeah. Just him being on a...
Great to see him in.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the fact of being in it.
Yeah, but he,
Well, they're lovable high school students.
Yep.
They're teens.
Yeah.
And then the excuse / joke for Rob Schneider is that he's flunked 11th grade so many times.
Yeah, because he...
Is why he looks like a 28-year-old man or whatever he is. This was 93, so they didn't have the major hallowed career of all of his movies of Rob Schneider movies.
Yeah, his come up was, I
Remember,
think...
in his era that comes a little after this, where it's
Yeah.
like
mid-90s?
the animal, the bunny rabbit, the
late 90s?
yeah, there was the hot girl, the animal, the bunny rabbit, that whole thing.
Yeah. So this was before that.
Rob Schneider,
Yeah.
who, and then what was the other? Oh yeah, the kid that has his own pretty darn special twist.
You see him playing some cool old portable video game console that's not a Game Boy?
The kid with the Game Gear.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
How awesome is it to see?
Super duper nostalgic to see it. Yeah.
Yeah. But
And then, he has a Game Gear that figures in with the plot. Remember? For his fighting jujitsu, so they can count as ninjas.
yeah.
Nobody surfs, the two of them surf, but Rob Schneider famously can't surf and just pretends to know how.
Yeah.
So then what is it? If the little kid can't fight in martial arts, then he can at least
like
get tips and clues for how to solve the movie through his Game Gear.
And
he's playing Surf Ninjas the game.
And I think he also...
So just whether or not it's the actual release that came after, but...
I think he also had kind of like a indirect hand in the wrap-up of the movie. Because as he was playing the game, the actions he was doing was being live-acted out on the screen.
Oh, by the other soldiers? The
Yeah.
native revolutionary soldiers?
When it was time for the video game characters to kick ass is when in the real video game character, or the real movie character.
They responded when he was playing as them in the game?
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't notice that part.
They were
Anyway,
doing-
he's doing this on a Game Gear.
Yep.
For crying out loud.
So he has the energy direction jutsu, where he can direct a game. It happens in real life.
Yeah, it was the clairvoyance of determination.
Which
He gets a jitsu. Actually, Bob does too. Schneider. Remember? It is whether or not it counts as just a joke, but it is the jitsu of wondering what if, worrying about stuff, and saying, oh my gosh, but what if something happens, and then it coming true.
yes.
No, our home is that house back there on Ocean Park.
I don't think you want to go back there, man. Our pal Long John Silver here left the gas on. Real bright. I mean, what if the house blows up?
Oh! Jeez! Oh!
Comic relief iterations of that happening in the movie.
Yep.
And he does. Let's just say he's well used
Oh yeah. Yeah.
as a Rob Schneider for your comic relief.
It doesn't count as overusage.
He'll be gone. They used him well. The guy knew to have him be gone from the movie for
Yeah.
minutes at a time.
It's-
It's almost a Frank that you check back in with.
It's like that. It's like that spice that you add in a recipe. When you find the right amount is when it's like takes it to the next level. Makes it
You deal in moderation with,
yeah. Too much would be like too
so
much
it doesn't
jalapeno.
take over the movie and degenerate. Yeah,
Yeah.
he'll be
So-
gone. Come back in.
Yes, sir.
Oh, hey, I'm done in the phone booth or whatever I was doing. I'll just do some Rob Schneider things.
Yeah.
Well, don't you think it's like a out-of-control hose?
Yeah.
A comedian, an actor comedian like that, when they do their thing on the screen,
Yeah.
it's basically just like too strong of a hose. It's just a
Yeah. I would call it
the writer/director's
kind of
job/responsibility to turn off the damn hose.
to turn the hose. Yeah. The fire's out. We do not need to keep going any further with the hose.
You'll get barraged with the Schneiderisms like that, however big a fan of his you are. But then they will take him away for 5 minutes at a time.
Even when they ask you not to put MSG in, you still put it in, right?
Uh-huh.
I knew it.
Which
And
is
pursue the movie.
Yep.
They're long lost heirs of what I was talking about. They're beach bum / fun-loving teenagers of school students.
Right.
Of L.A. I think it's L.A.
Yeah. Yeah. I remember it being LA.
/ beach bum surfer kids.
Yep.
But it ends up they're long lost heirs of a island kingdom in
Yes.
like by Indonesia.
Yeah. The
In between whatever's on the edge right there.
the
Thailand or whatever, and then in between,
yeah.
way over
Long time ago.
East Asia. Well, they were transported to America as little kids.
Yeah.
The one was a baby and doesn't remember anything.
Yep. And because of an invasion by none other than a pretty costumed out Leslie Nielsen.
What'd they say he was? A renegade
Colonel?
military commander?
Yeah, I think his name was Colonel Chi.
Like Apocalypse Now, where they do something that's a military commander gone crazy or something.
Yeah. Yeah.
That wants to do a corrupt
Yep.
deal.
Yeah, I think he was a colonel.
And he got a Terminators at some point. The flashback shows him with a regular entire face, but then
Yeah.
he got a half metal deal.
That flashback was also pretty hilarious because you see that the kingdom is kind of like trapped in like a middle before guns era, and then Leslie's guys just come up with M16s and just start shooting.
Yes, everybody has powerful what they are.
Ugh. That was
And then he's a cyborg too.
yes.
He's got a mechanical hand that you're not supposed to get wet.
You get the wee-woos. You hear a few of those.
Yeah, technically it counts as wheat woos.
So
And they bring straight up.
Hi, this is Colonel Chi. I'm not in right now, but if you leave your name and number and the time you call, I'll get right back to you. And don't hang up. Hello? Hello?
Naked Gun style,
that type.
just wide open
Yeah,
to the hilt,
just blunt,
doo-doo, 10-year-old boy,
stupid.
Naked Gun type, Leslie Nielsen
Yep.
style delivery. Remember the thing with the phone? There was a gag with a ringing phone for him,
Yes.
and an extremely crude joke that you notice if you actually know what you're
If you're kind of
seeing.
Yeah.
Go over kids' audience's head, but there's
there's something there. So
one adult Easter egg for you there, by golly.
yeah, that cordless
And then just his what?
that cordless phone kind of made the movie for me. There were a couple of things that I definitely remember, but
Don't hang up the phone.
Haven't-
cut to a phone message.
yeah, having to run to your cordless phone to me is quite
Didn't even
hilarious.
leave a message. What's the point of answer machine if you're not gonna leave a message? Yeah, it was up this huge thing of stairs. It looked like a freaking mini golf course.
That was
Except it was this 1 or 2 story tall
yeah.
stair climb
That to
for you
me,
to climb to get the cordless phone.
that to me was genuinely funny. So,
An awesome 1993 phone.
yeah. So, yep.
His style of the pantomime and the mugging and how he moves, his Leslie Nielsen
Yeah. It's always good to see Leslie.
shtick, physicality of what he does.
Yeah. Yeah. So
Well, there's nice self-awareness
Yeah, there is.
This is a good stupid movie.
Yeah.
In the able to pull it off. It's got the self-awareness of.
Yeah.
Remember, they go ahead and do a fourth wall break with freaking Rob.
Yeah, they do. It's like
the magical sword part when Ernie first unsheathes that katana, and it's playing.
Yeah, that was
like Handel's Messiah real quick or something, and it's shining sunlight off a glint.
Yep.
They do a self-aware thing where it's like he can hear the music and he goes,
yeah, yeah, and even
they add in some of the most. Remember the freaking score?
Yeah,
that is the most obnoxious. It was like something they told the guy to be like Eddie Van Halen the whole movie.
Well, that was
or the better part of the movie, not the soundtrack, the score.
Yeah,
He's going to.
Yeah.
Oh.
Can we give props to Neil's? What is it? Sundit? Sunday? Sundet.
For who?
For making that.
That says music composed by.
Well, yeah. It's music by Dave Kitay. I think is how you're supposed to say it. Kitay.
There was a Sundit.
Yeah.
Man, I don't remember what he did. Co-wrote a song?
Yeah, he co-wrote my favorite song on this soundtrack.
Oh, yes, we got to point out the soundtrack stuff, too, because that was not only Mr. the Sundit Man, but the director.
Yeah, he gets one in. He gets a song or two in, so he's kind of all over the place in this movie, so...
Neil Israel?
Because it's 93.
Film... Oh, yeah, that basically counts as still the 80s.
Yeah, it's not quite the time for... grunge rock to kill your motivation.
Oh, that refrain was awesome.
So, but yeah.
From now on.
Yeah.
Well, we never found out the...
So...
Or did you?
That was Neil...
Who wrote it, did it say?
Yeah, it said that Neil Sundit fellow was the person who wrote it.
Neil Israel or the Sundit guy? It's two different guys.
The Sundit guy is two different guys. Yeah. So you have two Neils. Neil Israel, who wrote a song.
Oh, they're both named Neil?
Yeah.
That kicks ass.
Yeah.
In a fuck nap kind of way.
Yeah. Do we get more?
It checks plenty of boxes to me.
Yeah.
This is good despite one of my least favorite movie actors, Rob Schneider.
Ah. Yeah, that's good praise.
You can get through. Some of his weren't even that terrible. Remember, God, I couldn't sleep at all last night. Everything smelled like chow mein.
Yeah.
That's funny as hell, whether or not Rob was the one that wrote it in the movie, but still.
Man, I couldn't sleep last night. Everything smelled like chow mein. Look at that.
There's bits where he is
that was a great
halfway worthwhile to the movie.
Yeah, that was a great quality line.
The writer/director used him well in this.
Yeah.
Because it's surf ninjas.
Yeah. Everything about it was perfectly balanced.
It's still awesome.
Yeah.
I haven't seen Ernie in forever, and that is his dad, Ernie Sr.
Yep.
Is, what was his name?
Zatch.
Zatch?
With a Z.
Yeah, what a weird name for a... That's his dad in real life that gets to play the good guy of bringing him to the island or whatever.
Yeah.
Remember when... It was right when Tone Loc had decided to join their quest/revolution. Remember, he goes, no, at this point I'm thinking about joining in with y'all.
Yeah.
And then he goes, I haven't had a vacation in 17 months, and I am deeply ready for some serious laughs. That's a real line in there.
Yep.
Awesome.
Yeah, not even delivered with an ounce of self-awareness.
Look, I'm a cop. I need some laughs.
I see gruesome stuff every day. So
the person that ended up going on later to kind of be a star, Kelly Hu.
Yeah.
Plays the island princess that he gets to marry.
Yep. This is a Kelly Hu movie for you Kelly Hu fans out there.
Was that our only other name actor? What's his name and how it's ridiculous to even see him in the movie.
Yeah.
Should we give a quick warning on for cultural insensitivity?
Yes, why not?
For that dadgum suit.
Yeah. they have Leslie Nielsen in the old Asian colonel suit that is, to me, is hilarious. Like, I like seeing Leslie Nielsen wear outrageous things.
Whatever you call those, like a shogun guardsman or something like that. It's some kind of traditional.
It could be interpreted
Asian type costume for your whatever it is, 1700s Japan or something.
Yeah, it could be.
So if there's any sensitivities toward that type of thing,
it could be. But
viewer be warned.
They make up for it with his modern day Terminator-esque cyborg suit, which is just awful.
Yeah, the redemption is supposed to be, hey, at least it's so laughable and so goofy.
Yeah.
And the guy
so
loses pretty darn easy.
Yeah. But, yeah.
It's this 75-year-old Leslie Nielsen, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
Get a prize of extra points. I couldn't believe that. Remember the kid? He finishes whatever part of the thing on his Game Gear to finish that scene, and it shows on the screen. It has a little 500 floating up the screen like it used to.
Oh, yeah.
Video games, and says 500 bonus points.
500 bonus,
and he goes, yes, 500 bonus points.
You get that for killing the boss.
When there's not enough stakes, well, it's not the final scene.
Yeah, yeah.
It's midway through the movie, but yeah, when there's not enough stakes, you have to fight for...
Yes.
A point.
A literal point.
Stakes, or score.
Yeah. It's kind of like Castlevania. The stakes are not high enough, but if you're not enthused by just playing Castlevania, you can get that high score. So
I mean, I guess that's what points were to begin with, to help you get hooked at an arcade.
Yeah. Yep. And let's also not forget about the awesomeness of using items as weapons in this movie. We got a couple of...
He does help at the end.
We got a couple of ones that stuck out to me. Was the Ernie Reyes Jr. throwing a stick of dynamite at somebody and, like, knocking them out.
Oh no, that was Rob.
Or Rob, yeah, that's it. But instead of doing what you would expect.
That was the only thing I remember from the real trailer of this. That 14-year-old me on TV for a trailer on TV commercial.
Yeah.
Was we got dynamite in the back of this Jeep, man. And we're being chased. And then Ernie says, "We'll throw it at him."
They don't even light it up.
So he throws it at him without lighting. Classic Rob Schneider gag.
That's pretty fantastic.
And it does round out nicely by him getting hit in the face with the freaking dynamite.
Yeah.
Because his gun, he's like this, and then he flops over and hits the driver in the face with his gun on accident.
So it goes
which
bonk.
Makes the driver wreck.
Yeah, it goes bonk and then bonk.
At a Rob? Actually, it's at a Iggy. That buffoon was named Iggy in this whole movie.
Yes. You think that was...
Ernie was a guy named Johnny.
Yeah, Johnny's a pretty American.
Stepdad was a guy named Mac.
Yeah.
Tone Loc, I don't remember his policeman's detective name.
Did he?
His dad was named Zatch.
Yeah. And,
Leslie was Colonel Chi.
Colonel Chi.
Perhaps I should do something to make you remember how important it is for it to stay that way. Telephone.
They show the little fake map. It's an island.
Just
what did we say? I don't know what that is, but you got Japan way over there, you know.
I think it would count.
And either like in Indonesia, but it was like right between here by where you would think
it would.
Laos, Cambodia, Thailand.
Yeah. I think it would count as being like
off the coast of and in between.
Near Vietnam, I think, would be that area. Off the coast of Vietnam.
Yeah, southeast or pretty far east this way, and then...
The other thing that was used as a weapon that sticks out in my mind was the actual Game Gear itself.
The kid, yeah.
Yeah. Like, can you imagine getting hit upside the head with a Game Gear? That shit would hurt.
Yes.
It's like that big.
13-year-old me would think that's the coolest thing in the world. These batteries are out and I need to win this action movie fight. I'm flinging this Game Gear.
Oh, man. Yeah, that would legitimately hurt. So.
And they do a great epic thing. It's cartoonish but epic. They reach across, or what is it? It is a great barrier, or I mean, it's a coral reef
Yeah.
that's treacherous and impassable by
By ships.
your boats.
Yeah. Which is funny because they make a joke with that anyway, where it's like, oh, well, one of the characters like, well, that doesn't matter anyway because I destroyed it.
Yeah, I popped a hole in our boat and made it float down to the ocean.
That's the, I think that's...
We would either, what is it? They work it into the plot. He says, we're going to be either victorious in this revolution or go to our graves.
Yeah.
For destroying your own boat. But that's your excuse to surf.
Yep.
Because otherwise they would just be ninjas.
Yeah.
Whether or not the indigenous culture just never had anything related to a surfboard.
Yeah.
But they carve all of these through the abundant trees in this forest and quickly teach everybody to
Yeah, everybody picked it up.
surf. Remember, there actually is no training montage.
Yeah.
They're just done.
Everybody was able to learn it. Like,
Ernie goes like this, and he's like, okay, now bend your knees. And that's the end of the
Yep.
training.
Everybody was able to learn how to surf in like a minute.
It could be excused away by that they just, for some reason, never did, but like took to it quickly out of intuition.
Yeah, that makes
Like
sense.
oceanic type, ocean related culture.
Yeah. That
Like how
actually-
Hawaiians had that little indication stick thing for the waves.
Yeah. That kind of makes sense. So,
To go on to, of course, defeat him and his men, obviously.
yep. And then retake their old kingdom back, so.
Was this the one they didn't make sequels of? There were 2 Three Ninjas movies, weren't there?
Yes.
And then only 1 Surf Ninjas?
Yeah. There was a video game, though.
Yes, we did find out there was a real...
Made, surely, after
There's
the...
not footage that he uses in there.
Yeah.
Even though he is playing something that says Surf Ninjas on the thing.
It's-
He thought it was Shinobi. Remember? That's what the
Yes.
plot hole is where he goes, and I beat my best score!
Yeah.
How do you... It's the very first time he's played the game.
Yeah, how do you...
He thought it was Shinobi. He didn't even know what Surf Ninjas was.
Yeah.
It's a magical thing that just zoomed into his
You remember that freaking...
Game Gear.
Yeah, you
when
remember
he
that...
thought he was playing Shinobi.
The game intro? That game intro was awesome. Where he first turns it on and it
It's
says,
got the little seal-looking thing.
Surf Ninjas. He thought it was Shinobi.
He goes, why am I not playing Shinobi? This was Shinobi.
Can you not look on the cartridge and see?
No, it was magical.
Yes, that's right. That's how they explain that away.
It has to not be the actual
So it was
Surf Ninjas
It
game,
was a ROM hack. Okay.
because then he would have just gone and hung out right where he was going to
Yeah,
toss the...
that would be too easy. Yeah. So. Wait.
Rollicking good time to me.
Yes.
I love this thing in the same way I love stuff like... You just like using Jingle All the Way every year for Christmas.
Exactly.
This could be a,
Like,
I don't know, Whacking Day, President's Day.
Yeah,
You could purposely use this once a year for
yeah, for
a lame American holiday,
For
and
your-
it would be
yeah.
fun. I should watch this once a year.
this is the very first time I watched this, and I'm like,
Oh, yeah, you hadn't seen it.
I've had the tape for like 3-4 years, never watched it. Watched it today, and
And you're like, you know,
it was the thing of it is like I wouldn't, if I didn't read the whole kids movie thing on the bottom, I wouldn't associate it with a kids movie. I'd be like, yeah, this is something that the whole family can enjoy. It'd be a little different because usually with kids movies, the adults are kind of like stuck begrudgingly watching it with them type thing. But, yeah, this is something the whole family can probably legit.
yeah, it's not an all the way kids movie.
So. But yeah, this
It
was
was definitely fun as a
this is
flatulence based
yes.
lowbrow
Lowbrow humor.
comedy entry of the 90s.
Yeah. So
Look at this zut ass Schmelzman, Rob Schneider.
yeah. Like on the box?
He's just in the movie. They walk over to the other room. They smell cooking in the kitchen, and he's just in there freaking cooking.
Yeah. And that's how that's how they introduce him. Yeah.
It is the worst nuisance, but like I say, effectively used for
Our
comic relief.
yeah.
and the annoying neighbor friend who never goes away type thing.
Our stylized Rob Schneider that I could barely recognize. Like, I'm used to Rob Schneider having longer hair and maybe...
Oh, yes, the little curly kind of mini fro that he used to have.
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't recognize him at first. I'm like, wait a minute, that is Rob Schneider, because I need the help of a Saturday Night Live broadcast to really recognize him. Like an NBC logo.
From what you remember him from?
Yeah. So, but, yeah, it's a great, this is recommended.
The bellboy from Home Alone 2. With the zebra gum.
Yes, sir.
Yes. It succeeds where many a movie fails.
Yeah.
I'm not a huge fan of the Naked Guns.
Yeah, I count as a naked.
Because it relies so much on the dirty stuff and the sex jokes and things. What are some of those others? The rest of the Rob Schneiders.
Yeah. Where he's...
As they came on through the 90s.
Where he's...
I can't do those.
Yeah. Yeah, I can understand that.
Those and the other Saturday Night Live things to me are not a fun time.
Yeah. So
they work for learning the perspective of what was happening.
Yeah.
Like the fact that my roommate made me watch at least one of those the Deuce Bigelow movies.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yep. But yeah.
And then just those lame parody things.
Yes.
Like Hot Shots.
Yeah. Yeah, Hot Shots to me was enjoyable.
Where it's like people getting hit on the head.
One time, yeah. Yeah. So, but this thing,
this toes the line of self-aware. They don't ruin it with the self-awareness.
Yeah. Like everything is balanced in this.
You know, there is that doo-doo fourth wall break. Remember that?
Yeah, I mean, there's to me you can break the fourth wall like maybe once.
It's brief.
So
and a-okay.
Yeah, you don't want to keep relying
just the fact
on it.
That you see Rob's face and he does this classic.
He
does a Schneiderism of his face. Wait a minute, who the heck am I even talking to?
Yeah, but yeah, so yeah, this movie was pretty awesome. I could definitely watch it again for sure. So,
oh yeah, love Super Ninjas.
Activate.